Okay, but back to the mark. Here's again where it doesn't make sense. Hanzo still has the mark. Do they keep the mark until they die, or until after the tournament? Which again, they don't explain. But even then, it's not hereditary.
How many generations were they on for the battle?
What do you mean?
The Mortal Kombat. Did they say? Didn't they say it's 10 generations?
10 tournaments. So yeah. But again, they don't. So in relation to Hanzo, so
what year was that? That was 1400.
16 something.
1600.
1600.
So
something.
I'm assuming would it be every 100 years?
Well, that's
have
where
a
you
battle.
I was doing the math in my head. Roughly, actually, at the time of the 1600s, it would probably be roughly every 50 years. But let's assume for simplicity, it's 100 years.
Well, let's just say that maybe even after death, they still hold on to that.
That's what.
Except when Kano dies, it disappears.
It goes
goes
Well,
to Sonya.
he also was an asshole, and he lost his worthiness.
I don't think Mortal Kombat really cares whether or not you're an asshole, because Kano got it in the first place.
Well, you have to be worthy, so I'm assuming you have to have some type of valor.
No, he's right. They did say that.
Huh? What?
You have to be worthy to just even carry that, just to be chosen to go into the tournament.
Right, but nobody said it had anything to do with morality. You just have to be able to fight.
Well, that's
Okay, but Sonya was
But Sonya killed Kano.
right.
That's
but
how she got her mark.
Right, but she wanted to try to go to the tournament. Said no, you can't do that because you don't have the mark. You weren't chosen.
Right. That means she didn't know how to fucking fight. Which also doesn't make sense.
I feel like that whole setup was like chosen by the gods.
It was dumb though, because here, think about it. Because you're either given the mark, or Kano got it from killing the dude. Kano killed somebody.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, then it is transferable.
Well, yeah, they establish it's
Okay,
transferable.
but
But here's where it doesn't make sense. If the mark appears on the strongest fighters in Earthrealm.
Wait a minute, hold on. Didn't Kano kill somebody
Yes.
who was going to kill someone else? He was protecting someone at that time.
I don't think so. I think he just wasted
I
somebody.
can't remember.
Regardless, it still doesn't make sense because
Okay, continue. My bad.
because this is one of the many flaws in their little tattoo thing, which I get Cole having the tattoo, or not the tattoo, the birthmark, if it's a curse for Hanzo Hasashi. But the minute they brought it in with other people, I'm like, oh, this is dumb.
I'm gonna spin around. I'm breaking my neck to talk to you.
Give her the old spinneroony.
The old spinneroony.
But here's my thing. Okay. Original movie.
Yep.
For both of them, they automatically got their powers. Why do they need this symbol?
Actually,
powers?
Liu Kang didn't even have the original fireball
He
until
manifested.
the very end of the movie.
Yeah, he manifested in
the last
in the
fight
last
with
fight,
Shang
yeah.
Tsung.
Right. But what I'm stating is,
And Johnny Cage just dropped to his nuts and punched Goro in his nuts.
okay. But here's my thing.
Sonya Blade never had the thing. There's no other powers except Shang Tsung in that movie.
the first one.
And
Sub-Zero, Scorpion.
And Scorpion.
But that made sense because they were all outworlders. Outworlders.
All right, continue.
Okay,
My bad.
but even then, it's like, why? Okay, Sub-Zero didn't even have it in this movie that we know of.
Again, they didn't show it, but I can. And again, that's also
What are you talking about?
the mark.
The mark.
We can assume that he had it, but again,
The
the
only
rules.
reason why Kano finally got to use his eye laser is because of that mark.
That shit. That's the one thing I hated about that movie.
His Arcana.
That shit was dumb.
Yeah.
The Arcana idea. I was
That's what I'm saying.
that shit was dumb.
That's
Yeah,
my
I was
time.
like- dumb.
Because by the time Sonya Blade beat him, next thing you know,
She gets her superpowers off screen
Yeah, and it's like
after everyone else had to train for days.
And it's like, so how about these motherfuckers? All of a sudden, Kano. Let's just take him. All of a sudden, he's able to shoot lasers out of his eyes, and then he's just superhuman strength too.
But
I'm
it's
like,
only one eye.
yeah. But the thing is, though, if you notice, he's able to hit like immensely harder, like bam, and like breaking through walls. And I'm like, he wasn't able to do that before.
Except he was, because he was able to rip someone's heart out of their chest.
yeah, he was right.
Which
how they
again
got it.
makes no sense.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he already had his mark.
Because Sonya was not as strong, and then she got in. She's just like, bam, I'm fucking Superwoman.
Yep.
But the only way she's supposed to be able to use her powers, she's supposed to have gauntlets, and she didn't even have gauntlets.
You're right.
Well, she was technically, they were on her wrist as the.
There was no gauntlets on her wrist.
Yeah, that shit was weird.
So I'm saying,
And then
What's the-
Jax, man.
What would have been so difficult about saying that Liu Kang? Well, and plus they overdid it with the fucking fire in Liu Kang. Like he's like playing with it and fuck. I'm like, we get it. You can do fire. We get it.
He'd been doing it for a while though, so. of
I
course
get it.
he's just
I understand that. But all you have to do is say that if you want to do the fire thing at all, which again you didn't have to. They didn't do it in the first movie, and it worked out just fine. And in fact, it worked better in the first movie because in that way, the Earth realm was at a disadvantage. It raised the stakes because shit, this dude can shoot ice.
You're making me not like this movie.
That's my goal.